what Africa gives to the world, Europe don't have it, America don't have it, Asia don't have it. You cannot be coming to our country and take everything that will make us develop, and then you still treat us as inferior people, as if we don't know what we're doing. I think that is wrong. Africa is not part of the Security Council. We're talking about 54 countries. A whole continent does not have one person representing Africa when it comes to decision making at the Security Council. Definitely, you cannot have 7 countries vetoing everything. When it comes to Africa issue, it is those 7 countries. Who are the countries that are actually exploiting Africa? They're the ones who have the veto power to make decision on anything that has to do with Africa.
This is a short extract from a powerful and eye-opening interview with the First Lady of Sierra Leone, Fatima Maada Bio, at the Harvard Sean Studio. Her final words are truly revealing. Let's listen to the rest of the conversation.
You cannot be coming to our country and take everything that will make us develop, and then you still treat us as inferior people, as if we don't know what we're doing. I think that is wrong. You know, we're looking for partners that value us. People that will come to our country and say, you know what, this country has suffered enough, they need to grow. In Africa, you should not have a leader that is assertive, a leader that knows what his people want, a leader that wants to change what is happening. The moment you have that, it's everyone's target. And then they find reason to slow you down, they find reason to stop you, and they use that system of corruption. They use corrupt people, they use negative people, they use unpatriotic citizens to come after a government who is doing what is right for a system. I think we need to address those issues. But I think the United Nations needs a huge reform. Yeah. And when the United Nations speak, should be speaking for the world. One of the most serious issues I have with the United Nations is the fact that Africa is not part of the Security Council. We're talking about 54 countries, I'm sorry. 54 countries, a whole continent does not have one person representing Africa.
That's a fact. And that's the reason why I don't believe in African leaders. You have a huge continent. Everybody's fighting there to steal the minerals, the resources, but they are not represented in the United Nations. They don't have the veto. They don't have a say. That's insane to me. That's why I don't believe in African leaders. China, you know what China did? They created the United Nations, and there only was 4 people sitting at the table of the Security Council: French, British, Russian, American. I repeat, French, British, Russian, American. When the 4 people sitting at the table of the United Nations Security Council. China said, I want a place at the table. They said, no, we don't want you here, you know what I mean? No, we're not ready for that. China said, okay, I'm leaving. You what? I'm leaving. China left the United Nations. And you know what happened next? They called him back. Okay, no. Okay, we need you, my boy. And we're gonna give you a seat at the table. This is how China became the 5th member, sitting at the table of the Security Council. And you tell me there's no one bold African leader that can do the same? Telling them, we are leaving all the international institutions until we have the place that we deserve at the table. That's insane to me. Let's keep pushing, guys.
When it comes to decision making at the Security Council, you know, every time an African come forward for something, that they have to be a decision maker for the world, not just Africa. It's just not possible. And I think the UN should see Africa as partners. And the United Nations, definitely, you cannot have 7-country vetoing everything. When it comes to Africa issue, it is those 7 countries. Who are the countries that are actually exploiting Africa? They're the ones who have the veto power to make decision on anything that has to do with Africa. So for me, I think that is wrong. What we offer to the world, Europe does not have it. What Africa gives to the world, Europe don't have it, America don't have it, Asia don't have it. Because we are not mining in China, we are not doing any mining in America or mining in Europe, but they're doing it in every part of Africa. Not just Sierra Leone, go to Democratic Republic of Congo, go to Botswana, go to Angola, go everywhere there is mineral resources. It is the West and the Chinese who are there.
I agree with that. That's true, that's a fact. You know what I mean? That's a fact, but it's, at the end of the day, you Africans, we Africans, are the one letting them doing all these things. I'm sorry. If we say no, no more mining, no more exploiting resources, okay, we don't want to hear, it will stop. But because we have sellout leaders, unpatriotic leaders, that they're doing businesses with them, that's why we are here. And that's the reason why they don't respect us in the first place. How can I respect someone that is doing whatever they want him to do? You don't have a self-esteem. You don't respect yourself. You don't respect your people. And that's even crazy. You don't respect your own people and you let other people come into your country and mistreating your own people and you do nothing. And you want them to respect you. That's insane. They will never respect you because of that. Because you don't respect yourself. You don't respect your people. You don't respect your country. We need to move differently. We need to change. This is 2025. 2026 is coming soon. We need to be bold. Know what I mean? Africa first mindset. Patriotic leaders. Those who want to develop Africa and African people. Doing the real deal with real people, with real countries. You're working with China, okay, but let's do the great deal, real deal. If you start doing something bad, you gotta go. If you mistreat my people, you gotta go. We have Chinese opening restaurants in Africa, not letting Africans eating to those restaurants. That's insane. You're in my country. You open a restaurant and you don't allow my people, me, to eat in your restaurant and you live in my country, you gotta go. That's why they don't respect us, because we let them do all those things. Can you imagine African going in Asia, Europe, America, whatever you name it, and they open a restaurant and they say, yeah, it's only for Africans. Europeans are not allowed here. Chinese are not allowed here. Americans are not allowed here. The next day, that restaurant is gonna be burned, blow up, burn, or closed. Because they don't tolerate those things, but we do. And we want them to respect us. That's insane. Let's keep pushing, guys.
I think people who, let me speak for Africa. When you come to Africa, ask me what is it that I want. If you ask me what food do you want to eat, I'll tell you I want to eat rice. But then if you come to Africa and bring me spaghetti and said, I want you to eat spaghetti, that you are imposing on me. With everything that we have in Africa, for all the people or all the organizations or all the companies that are coming to take from us, for once, see us as partners. For once, treat us with respect. And then help us develop. Because when we're developed, doesn't mean you will not do your mining. It just means you'll be changing lives and changing lives in a positive way. So by depriving us that development, by depriving us that opportunity for us to be able to be self-sufficient, For me, that is what is wrong. And that is why I am not able to stay silent.
What the First Lady of Sierra Leone shared isn't just powerful, it's a wake-up call. Africa can't afford to keep trailing in the shadows of the West. What do you believe is the real solution to the issues she raised?
Shout out to the African Hub for the video. Yeah, shout out to the African Hub for the video. I mean, it's pretty much simple. Okay? It's simple. We have to do what we need to do, which is change the way we do businesses with other people. Okay? Start to have self-esteem, respect yourself, respect your countries, respect your people, and work harder with our people, with neighbors, countries, to develop the continent and countries. If the West don't want to do a good partnership, let's find other people. Okay, the Chinese are coming in, Indians are coming in, Turkish are coming in, Japanese are coming in, Korean are coming in. Let's work with them. But we need still remember that they are not our friends. None of them are our friends. We need to be careful. None of them are our friends. They are there for the business. They want something from us. And we need to be intelligent to do the right business with them. We need roads, infrastructures, ports, bridges, cities, unis, hospitals. Okay? And we need to change our school system, because you cannot produce Africa First leaders, Africa First citizens, when your school is based on other people's knowledge, culture, tradition, civilization. You will not develop yourself. Never. Okay? When you go to Africa and you go to the uni, it's all European stuff in there. They don't even talk about African history like that. So you telling me you're producing the future leaders for your country, the continent, and they are learning other people's stories, other people's culture, other people's religion, other people's language? I don't mind talking a lot of language, many languages, but you still need to learn and teach your own language first. The Asian did that. Japanese did that. They were colonized by the Americans, but they keep speaking and writing in Japanese. Chinese did the same thing. They kicked out the Europeans and the British and went back straight with Mao Zedong to writing in China and speaking Chinese and developing their culture based upon Chinese tradition. Africa never did that. Okay, we have alteration, stuff like that, spirituality, but most of us are Christian, Muslim, and now people are thinking that they're Jew. That's insane. You don't develop a country like that with a bunch of people cosplaying other people's culture. Our kids need to learn math, trigonometry, engineer, everything in their language. Not in Spanish, Portuguese, French, English. They need to learn those languages after. But hey, that's all those things we need to do. And I think we, the diaspora, we have a huge role to play in it. We need to go back there. We need to be leaders, working for the government. Because we have the mindset. We live here in the West. We know what's going on. You're the only one that can change them. If you only leave them trying to do whatever they're trying to do in Africa, they will never succeed. I'm telling you, with the diaspora, we need to go back there and be the leaders and control this thing. I'm telling you. Other than that, we're gonna stay here for 100 years more. We need to change. That's the only way we're going to succeed. The diaspora. And like I say every day, one family, different lineage. One tree, different branches. This is African Minute. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Let's debate, comments below. Let's debate. I'm here to talk with you guys. Let's create a community. And yeah, take care of you and the family. See you next time. I'm out. Peace.